Off we go from the big house. Michael Jackson back to receive. Jackson's got it. Goes right back up the middle. He's across the 20 and across the 25-yard line. Ball game with no Devin Maccabee. Did not travel to Ann Arbor. They sling it to the outside. Catch to Jackson. Catch and wrapped up and brought down after his.
Devin Maccabee, their only returning starter, is not playing at running back tonight.
Brown to pass. Brown across the middle. Catch made. First down. Purdue right at midfield.
Brown found his receiver. Chunk play, first down.
Late substitution for the Wolverines. And a nice gain on first. Roy Bowles is on the field for Michigan. Play action pass. Heat coming, and it's a completion. It will be
for them to succeed.
Antonio Harris in the backfield for the first time. Brown back to pass again. Flush to his left, and he throws it away. Hand off to Harris. Tries the left side. Wrapped up after a movement. Free play. Going deep is Brown down the middle. It's incomplete.
Down. You love to rush the passer, of course, but you got to make sure the ball gets snapped first. Watch both of the Michigan defensive ends try to get a jump on the snap, and this is a great job by Ryan Brown recognizing it's a free play. Why not take a shot?
Brown, pocket collapsing. Brown goes down. Big
has to understand that you cannot hang on the ball. This time, watch Derek Moore. He gets a good jump on the snap. Maybe he was offsides on that one, but officials didn't call it. You see Derek Moore just working and working and working. It's that speed to power. Turns into a late bull run in the open as Michigan's looking to make a playoff push. Part of that is just being healthy.
Jordan Marshall gets the carry on first down.
Decision-making, his poise, and his leadership.
Underwood, the pass. Got Marsh. Nowhere to go. Third down and 5. Underwood to pass, he's in trouble, flushes out. He's going to pick up the first down with his legs. Seeing him do
it's so special. It's all of his physical tools, but this is the stuff you can't keep, coach. This is the stuff you can't teach. Purdue dialing up a blitz. They almost get home. They have the right tackle beat, have him dead to rights, and he breaks the tackle, and you see the speed around the corner.
Last week runs for 26 yards and a score. Handed off to Marshall up the middle. Still on his feet, gets near the 30. Underwood to pass on second down. Across the middle, had a man, it's incomplete.
Well, speaking of youth, Jamar Browder's the next in line. Also a freshman alongside there with Andrew Marsh, and just missed him. There was no safety in the middle of the field. That is a touch.
Bring 4 in trouble. Underwood again. Flushed out and incomplete.
To the right, and he had Zach Marshall wide open. He had options here, Jeff. He could have tucked it and ran for a first down. Certainly had Marshall down the field wide open, and that's just a flat-out miss. So
Purdue, both teams punting on their opening drive. To the outside, to the running back Harris. Harris wrapped up. Brown to pass again. Flush to the right. And nearly intercepted, but caught.
6'1", and he was just sitting there right in that zone coverage. Look at him reach up, stretch, and just couldn't get there. Man, Ryan Brown, that is a dime out there to Michael Jackson. Great throw.
They're moving the ball against this defense. Brown across the middle. He hits Horton across and picks up them so far for Brown. At the middle and trip down third. Hand it to Harris, right side, big hole, first down and more for Harris inside the 25.
They just created a massive hole here, blocking in their one-on-one situations. I believe that's Derek Moore on the edge. He's Michigan's best defensive lineman, but that time Coley won the battle, and there is no one there yet as the off-ball linebacker.
Handed off again, Harris tries the middle, he's across. Brown feeling heat, he's hit, and is it intercepted? It's just had some serious flashbacks to last week.
Yeah, and there goes Troy Bowles in for Barham, and Derek Moore making up for that third down run. And oh, Rayshon Benny, he had a chance. I mean, that hit his hands before it hit the ground. Derek Moore got his left hand right on that ball. Is it coming forward?
A recovery by the defense, and to me, That ball looks like it is rolling out of his hand before it goes forward. I think it's a fumble recovery by Michigan.
Especially from that angle. Still not coming forward. Yeah, it is really, really close. I'm with you, Mike.
For Michigan following the turnover. Plus 10 so far in the year in the turnover battle. Underwood shake and bake, brought down behind the line of scrimmage thus far as Shamaj Morgan gives a motion and they hand it off. Nice hit, falls forward.
Than really anybody in college football, in my opinion. Nice little setup there by Chip Lindsey, but at the point of contact, I have yet to see Jordan Marshall get knocked backwards.
Underwood going deep, and it's incomplete. Tried to get it to McCullough.
Over the top, and Donovan McCulley is working a post corner, has his man beat, takes a hit to the bench there. Now, took 54 transfers this offseason to rebuild the roster.
Head off Malachi Thomas. And gained. Set up the screen. Oh, sniffed out. Ernest House.
There was no doubt what this play was going to be. Watch Ernest Houseman. He sniffed this screen out all the way. He had his eyes on the running back, Malachi Thomas. And once he saw that Ryan Brown was...
Draw play up the middle, good gain, but Underwood, third possession. Yet to cross the 50, set up the wide receiver screen after Marshall. He's down the sideline. A great gain.
Better way to do it than a little screen, and who's leading the way? Number 44, your two-time captain, Max Bredesen, serving up pancakes out there on the perimeter.
Hand it off, Marshall again, left side, huge hole. Marshall's gone. A house call at the big house.
Could have, and that's credit to the offensive line. Watch these three guys right here, left guard, left tackle, and center. You see Frazier with his eyes outside. He's double teaming there with Joe Hadi. Then Giovanni El Hadi turns back and stones the linebacker. That was the key block to get Jordan Marshall up into the second level. Taj Rael cannot bring him down. And it's a touchdown. Could have been a running back there with no lines blocking like that.
Here's Brown. Easy completion across the 30-yard line, pickup of 5 more. 2 sacks so far for Michigan's defense. Handed off, and a good run, and I think
freshman number 29, his turn to play alongside Houseman.
Handed off again to Harris. Carries a couple of tacklers to the 40-yard.
Michigan's beat Ohio State 3 times.
All right, we'll find out shortly. Eager is our viewing audience. And off again, Thomas with a first down and more to midfield to go to 8.
Yeah, look at the right side once again. Number 58, Hank Purvis, he's working there. Number 73, Banky Coley, the right tackle, creating some movement. 78, excuse me. They found something there running that inside zone there off the right side of the offensive line.
Brown to the outside, finds Tuggle for the catch, made a man miss. Still churning those left. Handed off, Thomas up the middle across the 40-yard line, and a first down for Purdue. The other thing that doesn't allow the Wolverines to do is substitute as Brown flushed out to the right, looking downfield, and it's incomplete.
78, the
Holding.
right tackle, Coley.
Offense number 78. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. It's first down.
You know, those are runs for the Boilermakers.
First and 20. Set up the screen to the outside. Horton slung down after, and 14 for Purdue. Bringing pressure, handed off. Harris across the 40, right around. They bring 4. Brown completes the pass. It's going to be Tuggle catch, first down, Boilermakers.
This, a lot of substitutions, late substitutions. They got a late motion out there to get Tuggle into the flat, and you can't.
Game for Purdue running the plays, a quarterback. Singleton runs it. Up ahead across the 25-yard line.
Malachi Singleton.
2nd and 5. Singleton up the middle. He's got it inside the 10-yard line.
To the right, watch this. Here comes number 10 across the formation, Jesse Watson, and then they're pulling their right guard and right tackle up through the hole. 78.
Singleton, a little pooch pass, touchdown.
First down.
Oh, it's a beautiful scheme. They say 79, yeah? It's a beautiful scheme here. That exact same motion. They just ran that count.
Brown hands it off. Harris tried to get the corner and slung Singleton back in the ballgame. Horton in motion. Handed off Thomas. Wrapped up. Flag comes out. Brown into the end zone, and it's incomplete.
The ball placed at the 2-yard line. Automatic. First down.
Jerry Hill is out wide on the bottom of your screen. Harris running it. Harris up the middle. Looks like he's in. There's a signal. Touchdown, Purdue. No flags.
Position. He's sending Michael Jackson, the receiver, in motion. They almost ran into each other. They almost ruined the play before it had a chance to get started, but a great job staying up, keeping his feet. How about the Hawkeyes, though?
Really good football. Coming out. Marsh does not get to the 20. It's just the 12th play run by Michigan. Put it in the belly of Marshall. Marshall trying to get the edge. Marshall's just tripped up. Down in 4 for Michigan. Underwood under pressure. Slips out of it. Gonna use his legs and absorbs the pressure.
Let's take a look at it here. Number 40 working on the left guard, Giovanni El-Hadi. Yep, there he is.
Leg whipped his own player.
Yeah.
Some friendly fire, and then Underwood absorbs a big hit too.
Yep. Yeah, that his star power potential, and just right now not quite settled into the games yet.
Play action for Underwood. Perfect pass to Marsh right on cue across
the exact play to do it. They went to this play a few times against Michigan State, and Bryce Underwood very comfortable rolling out to his move out and up there by his freshman teammate Andrew Marsh.
On the Purdue side, slinging underneath. Tony Elliott with the catch and out to the 40.
Arm angle. Look at the sidearm here as he has to get it around the pass rusher Smiley Bradford and gets it out to his tight end Tony Elliott.
Looked like he was jumbo package for Michigan. Handed off. Marshall hit right at the line of scrimmage. Going nowhere after that, after a pickup.
You could hear that in the stadium. Listen, just look at this one flying downhill as a safety, and that is not an easy task, not a fun task to try to meet these Michigan running backs in the hole.
Marshall back in at running back. Marsh in motion. Underwood. Nice creativity with the arm.
Stick, and yeah, it is on Bryce Underwood to just try to navigate this pocket, the rushers, and get the ball out to his tight end who wins on the route. A nice win by Zach Marshall, settling in the zone there. Bryce Underwood knew where he was going, and he's
arm angle. Handed off. Marshall wrapped up, brought backwards. Pickup of 6 feet 205 from Louisiana. Play action. Underwood down the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for McCulley.
Hey, McCulley has his man beat Taj Rael, and you know this is open in the college level. That is open. That is a play that the best teams have to make, and for Michigan with their goals to finish this season strong and get into the playoffs and potentially.
From the 35, you're in potential field goal range right now. Underwood slithers his way through. He's got a lane. Underwood hit. He's got a first down. Leans forward inside the 25. First half. Jasper Parker, the running back. Parker gets it. Left side. Weaves his way inside.
Out in the field. 2 tight ends and a fullback, Max Bredesen.
You love it. Underwood. Short. He was looking for
working to get. Yeah, you got Marlon Klein, your starting tight end, one of the better tight ends in the Big Ten, on number 91, CJ.
Gotta get going. Play clock running short. Underwood sneaks out. Underwood slips left. Underwood throws, and is it intercepted yet?
All right, let's go back to this Bryce Underwood interception, and I'm not sure what he saw here because he's looking right at it. You see him looking at his receiver, Andrew Marsh. He sees Hines undercutting it, and then also in his line of sight there, Jeff, is Donovan McCulley standing. That is right in his line of vision.
They hand it off. Malachi Thomas. Hand it off. A little surprised they didn't take a timeout. Brown across the middle, and it's broken up.
Martindale is doing what Wink Martindale does, which is send pressure, and right there right in his face is Rayshon Benny, big number 26. It forces Brown to get rid of the ball, and a good job here.
Underwood to pass. Underwood across the middle, incomplete. Oh, big hit right at the end on Morgan. Delivered the hit on Morgan.
Again, he's just oh, that went right through Samaj's hands. I mean, that's been an issue for Samaj this entire season is the drops, and I know that's not the perfect pass to catch him to catch it on the run.
Seconds to go. Still 2 timeouts left for Michigan. Hand it off. Marshall across the 25. Underwood to throw. Gets it. Right over to his. Got 1 timeout left. Underwood steps up. He's got the middle. Underwood hit and dropped at the clock. Will start when they reset. There they go. Handoff. Marshall up the middle. Touchdown Wolverines. Second of the night for Jordan Marshall.
That's the indicator of a good team, Jeff, is it's not always going to be perfect every single Saturday, but what happens when your opponent gives you a second chance? Do you take advantage?
Sunderland to kick it away. Jackson on the return. Jackson down the sideline. Jackson taken out of bounds. They're just going to kneel on it, and they will send the Marshes back deep for Michigan. Marsh is coming out, fumbled the football, gets up, and the Michigan offense will get it inside.
Guys, he's getting this team energized. They know that they're still in this one.
Got to get a stop on this opening drive as Marshall goes back. Underwood to throw it. McCulley with the catch and right there for Michigan. 3rd down and 4. Underwood. Slant route, catch, first down.
Rolling on the
Barry
field.
Odom
It's an incomplete pass. It's 4th down.
2. That's close. Yeah, Barry Odom was pleading his case. He was fired up on the sideline.
Set the game clock to 13 minutes.
So an incompletion.
Well, to me, I mean, I think you're looking at the fact of the control aspect. He's up in the air, so you got to go through that process, right? Catch, body part. There's a foot that gets down, but then the ball gets knocked out.
Brown throws to the corner, wide open.
Impressions from Jackson there. He knows that is a huge missed opportunity. That was a touchdown, and it would have been a tie ball game, but a good job by Jackson completing the catch.
Back into Michigan territory. Handoff, Thomas. 2nd and 7. Brown to the outside, hit the hitch. First down, Purdue. Their
Section, Purdue in complete control offensively.
From the 35, Brown. Feeling pressure. Brown escapes, still on his feet, and he'll pick up a couple of yards. At 23 minutes the entire game. The pressure now finally dropped down right there. Brown looking for help. Brown steps up. He's got so much room to run, and he's going to have a first down.
Ryan Brown just looks so comfortable in this pocket here, and a great job by the Boilermaker offensive line fighting and battling. You see late there, number 9, Cameron Brandt does win late, but
downs. Brown to pass. Brown threw it right at the feet. Harris on the carry. Picks up 1. Bringing extra on the weak side. Brown got rid of it. So you might change the worst possible outcome.
right, and there's the pocket. Brown has to leave the pocket in order to throw the ball away, and that's number 4, TJ Guy. He's the first one to the party. Ryan Brown was able to make him miss, and then number 12, Nate Owusu-Boateng, is right in his face.
Kick is up. Kick is good. Came a year ago. Went through all of its trials and tribulations. Marshall with the carry and picks up 1. Second possession of the second half. Underwood. Nice pass. That had some steam on it.
Guidelines, he's out for the rest of the game in street clothes. But remember, guys, he was a huge part of this linebacker room. Cole Sullivan and Jimmy Roller also out.
Linebackers, aside from Barham, have all stepped up.
Marshall carries, slithering his way through. He's across the
cut. Purdue, they got a safety flying downhill, and Marshall sees that from a mile away and kind of pushes the hole, and then right at the last second cuts back.
Underwood to the outside, blown up. Marsh made the...
For his classmate, number 6, he has got to block. You were the key to get this play going, and Smiley Bradford says, if you're not going to block me, I'm going to go hit your wide receiver. That is a big-time hit.
Going to the right side and out of bounds. Pickup of 3 on the bottom of the formation, too. Underwood down the middle, incomplete. He was too tall. Was frustration right there from Sharon Morrissey. Marsh, and now we're even in the coming off a field goal drive. Forced a punt on the last one. Brown to the outside, incomplete.
Ace vanilla call, and had the tight end. He just missed it.
Pressure coming. Brown got it out, deflected. Brown steps up, hit from the side and dropped it.
Dominic Nichols working there on the left tackle. You see him, he doesn't really even pass rush. He has his eyes on Ryan Brown the whole way, almost
behind him. Get it outside of the tight end, Klein. Klein skips ahead.
If there is we're hearing maybe a lower body injury. If you take a look right here, it's hard to really make out. He was stayed in for one more play after this, but I'm going to keep an eye on him. I'll let you know once I know more.
Thanks so much, Brooke. Going to run the reverse now. They're going to pass it. Underwood has his man. That's the tight end, Zach Marshall.
And it is a big play to Zach Marshall, but watch Andrew Marsh on the post route. This is a touchdown to Andrew Marsh. But Underwood ends up hitting his tight end, Zach Marshall, and gets him down.
Underwood carries to the outside, hit, fumble, out of bounds. They're stunned in Ann Arbor.
Went into the end zone, it results in a touchback.
Yep.
It's 1st and 10.
CJ Nanoli just punched that out, and there it is. There's the shot. Yeah, that is a touchback and a huge play, a huge swing of momentum. The Boilermakers force the turnover, and it'll be their ball on the other side of the break. And certainly has not been protecting the football.
Thomas crunched at the 20.
Justice Haynes is the vet in the running back room, both out with injuries right now.
Outside catch and losing his footing. Bringing pressure, Brown escapes. Brown looking for an outlet. Brown floats it over. Catch made. Jackson stays on his feet across the 40.
Job by Ryan Brown. He puts number 7, TJ Metcalf, in a bind. Metcalf, if you're going to stay and guard Jackson, then Brown will run. Metcalf comes up to honor Brown's legs, and
Singleton's in the ball game. They had a good drive with him running the football. He's going to throw it. Singleton now escapes to the outside. Jackson makes a man miss. He's brought down to the 40. Going to run it. Singleton up the middle. Singleton puts his shoulder
in the back end, selling out to stop the run.
Singleton up ahead, and he's brought back.
Downhill. Watch him right here from the safety spot. Starts with Rayshawn Benny shedding the blocker, stops his momentum, and then Mangum ran right through the chest of Ryan Brown.
4th down and Singleton's going to run it. Singleton put his head down. I don't think he's going to get it.
They're just running. There he is, the only guy on the right side of that line. So Purdue, they're going to try to test it. They put the ball in the hands of Malachi Singleton, and Rayshawn Benny The solo man on that side of the line just forms his own brick wall with the help of number 9, Cameron Brandt, and a huge stop for the Wolverine defense.
Marshall gets it right side. Gain of
Conversations are starting about the playoffs, a potential Big Ten championship appearance.
carry here. Marshall to the outside. First down, Michigan. He's over 100 yards.
This is the point too. I mean, being healthy is a huge part of the playoff push.
Cusdall gets the carry, his first. Underwood in trouble. Underwood gets it to his wide open tight end. Marshall with another catch to the.
Underwood, he's got a man in his face right away. He's got to navigate it. He's got to make a guy miss, and then finding his tight end, Zach Marshall, there sitting down in that zone as a check down. Really nice job by Underwood getting that.
Another red zone trip for Michigan. Handoff up the middle. Cusdall inside the 10. Just about 8 yards of carry from Marshall. Handed off to him. Tripped up. Marshall puts his head down, finishes forward. First down, Wolverines. The Wolverine touchdowns today. Underwood keeps. Underwood goes down.
Not have happen if you're Michigan, and a great job by number 16, Powell. There's been a few opportunities on this drive to bring Underwood down.
2.5 sacks now in the season for Manny Powell. Handed off. Marshall bleeding his way towards the 5, and he snuck through. Touchdown, Michigan.
He got tricked, Jeff. He got completely lost in that pile, surrounded by white jerseys. How is he going to? They got his leg wrapped up. He's on one leg, hopping and bouncing.
Jackson back to receive the kick. Returnable from the 6. Jackson with a seam up the middle. Jackson across the 30. Handed off to Thomas. Thomas, a big gain on first down. Just the fourth quarter. 2nd and 1. Into the belly of Thomas again. Thomas feeling his way towards a first down at the 45.
Defensive front here. There's Brandon Hillman.
Picked him up and carried him backward.
No one loves the violence of football more than Brandon.
Brown checks it down. Tight end Christian. Thomas the carry. Thomas, another first down, still on his feet across the 35. Thomas.
Watch these guys work, and their solo block right here. That's the key. The double team right there by your center and your tackle. The tight end comes back. It seals the edge there, and that gets your running back up into the second level, Malachi Thomas.
For Harris. To pass. Floats it up. Coming back, and a lot of contact.
And that's a great job here by Ryan Brown. This is what you want to do. You want to float that ball, and if anything, underthrow it to your receivers down the field. That time he's targeting the redshirt freshman Jesse Watson, and a good job by Watson then fighting back through Metcalf, forcing Wood throws them on a very flat line.
Horton on the catch. Horton inside the 15.
He has his Boilermakers ready to play.
Harris weaves his way to the. Singleton will run it and run down on the backside. To pass. End zone incomplete. Barry on the cover. Brown back in at quarterback. Slings it outside. Thomas trying to get to the end zone. Touchdown. Malachi Thomas out of the.
Let's take a look here. Look at the left tackle, number 79. Watch him. Well, maybe grabbed his jersey, but regardless, Brown gets it out now.
Brown at quarterback. Sprint right. Brown gonna throw it, and it's intercepted on the try.
Important for the playoff race.
And Michigan, Washington in that conversation too. Give it to Marshall, pushing the pile.
With some of those big Jordan Marshall runs.
Bredesen in motion. Bredesen. And now it's Marshall to the outside. He's got the sideline out of bounds inside Purdue.
And Giovanni El Hadi, number 77, Frazier. They did a great job of passing that off. The defensive end spikes inside. Frazier remains patient, passes it off to El Hadi. Klein.
Kuzdal gets the carry. Right side. Kuzdal puts his head down. Team averaging better than 7 yards a carry tonight. Kuzdal feels his blockers and a first down for Michigan.
It's his lead blockers coming right at you.
Purdue.
There's Max Bredesen, the fullback, and he's just waiting, letting Max Bredesen get out in front of him. And Max Bredesen, what does he do? Serves up. They control their own destiny down the stretch of the season.
Handed off. Marshall tripped up. Underwood hands it off again. Marshall tackled from 3 minutes to go. Marshall gets it. Marshall pushing forward, still pushing forward. First down, Michigan. Timeout on the horizon. First down and 10. Handoff Marshall. Bounces to the outside. Marshall inside the 15 and takes. Marshall handoff, 10-yard line.
Things you just can't look at the overall.
To go with UNLV. The game was not.